What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. We're continuing our Assassin's Creed Syndicate gameplay, our playthrough actually. We're on part 5. If this is the first time you're watching or this is the first video you're watching, I have a series down below. I'll link it or I'll put a tag in the video where you can watch. I have a playlist made of all these videos of all the other parts. You can watch it. You can watch it now and come back later. Or if you want, you can just watch this video and then watch the other ones later. We're just going through it. We're just, playing through it because I've never finished this game. I think where we left off, we did some missions with Evie. We just got the rope gauntlet. And now we're going to do some missions with Jacob and clear things up. If you haven't yet, please hit a like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it for more content. And I'm going to be playing other games as well. So if you want to recommend a game to play, let me know. Alright, let's see what we have to do. I cleared up some missions, like some areas on my own time, because I was just doing some viewpoints in the area just so it's easier, so I don't have to run through everything. And there was just missions right there, so I just did them. I'm gonna be doing the side missions and the clear missions in a separate video, so I'm probably gonna just dedicate an entire video of just playing, doing that, clearing up the area. So right now we're gonna be doing these two missions right here, and we'll probably clear up this mission right here, this bounty hunt, and this one over here, because might as well. All right, let's do this mission right here. A spoonful of syrup. Do you say syrup or syrup? I don't know. I know a lot of people that I know say syrup, and so when I say syrup, they kind of look at me like, dude, what's wrong with you? But I don't know, I feel like that's just how I was raised to say it. Syrup. Alright, I'm wrong.
Your syrup is liquefying him. He's turning him simple-headed.
You are scaring away my customers. Why don't you bugger off, or I'll give you something to remember me by.
You can't talk to me like that, you little gutterling.
What's all this then?
Uh-oh.
Sod off.
How you gonna just pull out a knife? My man's trying to get it.
If you'll excuse me, madam.
There we go. Yo, these guys run so fast. When you have to tackle people. I was doing some of the side missions. Just clearing up areas or whatever. Just on my way to do the viewpoints and on my own time. And then there'll be these random crowd events. They've been they had it in Unity, but in these crowd events it was oh, tackle the thief or whatever. And I tell you, this dude, one of this dude just started booking. He ran so fast. I couldn't even catch him. It took me it was a 5-minute chase. And obviously I'm losing him because I'm not even focused. It was good, bro.
Carving you.
Tell me where the syrup originates.
That looks like a mess. All I hope is they make a run each day between the gasometers and the asylum.
Arkham Asylum? Dude, I love it. I played it recently, a few months ago. It was so good. I haven't played it since I was a kid. So replaying Arkham Asylum was so good, because I replayed all the Arkham games for some reason because I was just bored. I think it was the beginning of quarantine. So I just replayed all the Arkham games. I went from Origins and all that, which is highly underrated. I know a lot of people don't like Origins, but I don't know. I think Arkham Origins is a good game. I really enjoyed it.
Let's find out where that syrup is made, shall we?
Alright, we gotta get this guy.
We'll get a shipment tomorrow.
I really miss the classic Eagle Vision. Wow, I don't know why it took me so long to say that. It's just that people don't understand. I was having a conversation about it. I don't know whether it was on Twitter, but I was having a conversation with somebody about it, and I was basically saying how I want the original Eagle Vision to come back, and he was telling me no, it's there in the newer games. It's just it's that Animus sense is basically Eagle Vision, and it's not. Animus sense or Animus pulse or whatever the Odyssey and Origins called it, it's not Eagle Vision. It's not even close. It's just basically just I don't even know how to call it. It just highlights stuff in the corners. It just highlights what's in the area. Rather, Eagle Vision it served for a far bigger purpose.
Get away from me.
Yo, how can
That's
I?
enough.
Trying to.
Coming over.
I'm gonna just kidnap you, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
The man in charge of the
I don't got
syrup
time for this.
distribution runs a fighting club at the Foundry.
No. Get out. What the heck? Thank you. It's my boy right there. But yeah, like I don't know if you guys get what I mean, but it's like I was having a conversation with someone. He was telling me how like, oh, it is the original like Eagle Vision and it works exactly the same, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. Like Eagle Vision would just like mark mark people. You could see through walls. You could see the path people were taking. And I don't know, it was just like extremely useful, and it was like having it just like that, like just pop up like this, is so much more convenient than the Eagle, because like there'll be a lag sometimes, so like you'll just like look at Senu or whatever, try to use Senu, highlight people. Sometimes it'll take long, and it's good from like a distance, I guess, like preparing yourself from a distance, but at the same time it's just like that lag. Sometimes like it'll load and it'll go like black screen to get back to you and or whatever. I don't know, I just missed the original Eagle Vision, and I heard it's coming back. Apparently it's called Odin's Sense in Valhalla. Alright, let's see this. I'm gonna just go right in. Like, I cannot be asked to like actually sneak through this game. I don't know, I'm just like, when it comes to Syndicate, I'm not like a fan of the, oh my god, what's the word, the stealth. Jesus. If you're new to this channel, I am illiterate and I can't talk. And that's kind of the enjoyment of watching me, that you can laugh at me. So it's pretty good. So if you enjoy laughing at me or laughing at people, then subscribe, because you're gonna get a lot of that. I actually appreciate the support that I got on the first video. It got like quite a amount of views, and I was surprised because I don't usually like, I don't know, it's just like it depends on the video I make. And like when I make it, that it depends. Like sometimes I'll get like 20 something views, and I know that may not seem like a lot to most people, but like obviously to me, oh crap, I killed the dude. But like to me, that's basically a lot, because that's like my entire subscriber base right now. So like 20 views, it's like, oh snap, that's basically like everyone. But if you haven't like watched the other videos and you're coming across this one, watch the other ones, like it and support it, because it'll be greatly appreciated. You know, it's kind of just, we're just playing through the game and enjoy me just talking randomly into a mic. I try to make it at least entertaining and try to like talk about things that are like relevant to the game and all that. You know, I'm not a fan of like when you watch someone play and it's just like dead silent. I don't know, it's just a little awkward for me. Some people probably like that, because I know there's like a viewer base for it, where they just like watching the game, they don't want to hear no one talk, and that's fine. But like my thing is, nah, I don't like doing that. Like, I don't know, for me it's more of like, it's more like watching it for the person rather than the game. You know, like if you're genuinely like interested in the things that I say, and you like how I, you know, talk or whatever, or the things that I talk about, you know, then subscribe. Because that's basically what this channel is, just like, if you enjoy me making videos and you enjoy like how I make them or whatever, and the things I have to say and etc., then yeah, you're gonna get more of that, because that's what I'm doing here. I'm just basically doing whatever I want. I don't know, I'm still finding my footing for this channel. You know, I'm taking advantage that it's like I do have a small subscriber base, and I'm still new to this. Like, I've pretty much been uploading for like 3, maybe like 4, like a month now, and I've gotten like a lot of support. You know, my subscriber base have gone up. I think I started off like probably like 5 subscribers, and then it bumped up in like the month. I got like 15 subscribers in the last like month. So it's like, you know, for me, I liked it. It's like surprising, because I didn't think I would like actually get, you know, anything really. Like, I just thought like I was just gonna make videos and no one's gonna watch it. You know, I basically thought that's what it was gonna be. Just have like an archive of videos that no one will ever watch. And I was fine with that. Like, I just did this because it's fun. And you know, I enjoy playing video games. Like, it's always been kind of like an escape for me, because especially like when I was younger and whatever, like always dealt with like anxiety and stuff like that. And wow, this is getting really personal. Oh, whatever. This is what you're here for, right? Watching me play the game and at the same time just talk nonsense. But yeah, so like I used to always just like play video games. That was like my coping mechanism whenever I would be like stressed out, whatever. Especially like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed was like one of the first series that I've like really fell in love with and connected to. I don't know why. It wasn't even about like murdering people. It's just like I was just so intrigued in the story and the characters and all that, and it just, I don't know, it was like playing in these historical areas and kind of like feeling like I could travel the world and stuff like that. It was like a chill out way of like calming down, I guess, like coping with like all the crap. And so like I used to always just play video games, and it is what it is. Like I at the time when I was younger, like playing video games was like weird. Now it's like the biggest thing ever. Now you're not like weird if you play video games. I remember like when I was younger, and I like people would be like, "Oh, what do you do like on your free time?" I'll be like, "Oh, I just chill out and play Xbox." They'll be like, "What? You're so weird. Go outside or whatever." And then like now, gaming is so huge, and it's kind of like the same thing with like comic books as well. Like I remember like if you liked comic books when I was a kid, or like superheroes and all that, you were like the biggest nerd in the world. Like everyone was bullied. Like I was just like, I used to get bullied so much just because I like used to read comics at school or whatever. And I used to constantly like just read comics and watch the movies and all that. And I remember like everyone used to be like, "Oh dude, like go outside and play sports or whatever." And I was like, "Nah, I'd rather just stay home and watch Spider-Man 2 again." And then like when the MCU came out, now everyone like suddenly everyone started coming to me like asking me like, "Yo, you know about this? You know about this?" And then like I was the one that they all wanted to watch the movies with and like talk to, because like I already had knowledge of like everything that was going on. And I was like, oh, how the tables have turned. You know, it's just weird how like things change, you know, how like, oh crap, I died. But it's weird how like things change, you know, how like people have like the pop culture and like quote unquote nerd culture, like playing video games, fantasy shows, even cartoons, comics, superhero movies, like all that, like how the landscape has changed and how like it's become, now it's like the biggest thing ever. Now everyone's doing it. But I've been there since day one, you know. I don't want to be like those people on Twitter that like complain like, "Oh, we've been a fan since day one." Nah. But it's just funny though. It's like, it's crazy. Like I used to get bullied for it in like elementary school, and then now like I see like elementary kids like driving, when I drive home or whatever, coming out of school, and it's like you just see all these kids like wearing Iron Man shirts and like Spider-Man and like all that. It's just insane, because it's like, yo, if I wore that when I was a kid, yo, I would have gotten beat up, or I would have just been gotten made fun of, because like at the time everybody was so focused on like looking cool and all that. And I just think I think it's cool. Like I think that's one aspect of like society that I enjoy. Like we become way more like, in a way, like tolerable. Cause like back in the day, yo, there was like no mercy. You would just get roasted, you would get bullied, and nobody cared at the time. That was like a way of like toughening up. Now it's like, and this is like a good and a bad thing, because it's like, it's good because like now there's more like acceptance or whatever, but like at the same time it's bad because everyone's like super sensitive now. Like now if you say anything controversial or anything that like, you know, people don't enjoy, you're just like completely attacked for it, which is funny because like everyone talks about like equality and like not bullying, etc., yet like everyone's so controversial nowadays. Like, and now everyone has something to complain about, which is like a form of bullying. So it's just like, it's just funny when it's not one thing, it's the other. Yo, oh my god. See what I mean? Like, look how much, like, look how little damage I'm doing. And that's like, oh, again, I die again. We're not cutting this. I suck at this game. It is what it is. Maybe I should try going stealthy. everyone's in the comments or everyone's watching this is probably like, idiot, you're supposed to do this stuff. I don't know, I just don't care. I can't be asked. That means I actually have to like, you know, in this game the stealth is just, I don't know, I don't enjoy the stealth in this game. Sorry, I was stretching. But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like the stealth isn't that. I feel like the stealth hasn't been that good in the past Assassin's Creed games. That was like one of the things that I used to really enjoy. But I don't know. I think Unity did it well. But that was because the combat was so like intricate in a way. That was like stealth was kind of like you had to be stealthy. Because if not, you're like gonna die. Because it's like you cannot take on like 5 people. Like you can't. And you can over time, but it's like it is difficult. Rather than this game, it's just like you could just knock out everybody, which I shouldn't even be talking about because obviously I can't do. 'Cause I suck. All right. Honestly, I have like no items either. Like Jesus. Like I have 0 items. Of course. Of course. And then now, since like everyone could like just, where is she from? All right. I don't really care about this. Uh-oh. Alright, let's scout the area. Let's see how many guys there are. Or Angros. Yeah, she's coming. Don't worry. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Take your time. She looks like Mary Reed from like Black Flag. There you go. I knew I was gonna get caught. Like, look at that. I'm barely making damage. What the heck? What the heck? Alright. I suck. I probably need to, like, upgrade Jacob more. Because I really haven't been playing as Jacob. I'm gonna title this, I suck at this game. Because this video is basically just me dying. Alright, let's just actually, like, forget this. I'll do this on another time. Because I don't want to, like, annoy the viewers. Or annoy you guys. Like, we'll probably come back to that. And it's probably, like, I don't care. It's probably mad easy. And you guys are probably saying that I'm trash. But it's, I say it myself. You know, like, there's a, like, I know I said it in another video. But I really wish there was, like, more enterable buildings. And, like, shops and all that. Like actual shops, unlike, you know, like where Unity, like it was so, and I know they had to downscale this game because of like everything that happened with Unity, but like London is such a, it could have been such a like an interesting, beautiful place. And although I do enjoy this London because I feel like they did it pretty well and it does look nice, I feel like they could have gone, you know, more with it. Maybe it's just the time period it takes place, but I don't know, I just feel like the Industrial Revolution and just like all the shops and like the commerce that's going on, it could have been such a big thing, like going into these shops and then like at nighttime seeing like, I don't know, I feel like they could have just made it more stand out a little bit more because everything's kind of just brown. And I feel like obviously there's probably going to be people like, oh, that's how it was back in the Industrial Revolution. Like I know, but it's like it's a game, and you know you want to like having everything be brown. It's just like, look, it's just everything's just brown. And I know, I guess again, there's probably people that are like, I'm not a history major. Everyone's probably like, oh look, that's exactly how it was back in history and the historical accuracy. But like, let's be honest, you know, they could have at least like made it pop out a little bit more and make it more memorable. Like, there's a reason why people love like the Ezio game so much, just because like Italy, especially during the round, it was like so lively and so colorful and so beautiful. Like you just love just walking around and like exploring everything just because it was such a beautiful place to be. You know, Venice, Firenze, Rome, even in Brotherhood. You know, and that's why like they're so memorable just because the world and the map was so beautiful and like so colorful and like especially in the remastered version. Like in the Ezio collection, it looks so good. Like I really love Assassin's Creed 2. Like the Ezio trilogy is so good. And I know that's where like a lot of people had issues with Revelations, it's because like compared to Italy and all that, it wasn't like I don't know. It didn't stand out as much. It was similar. It was like all brown and everything. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, the world has to be interesting and it has to look pleasing and appealing, so that you actually want to keep on playing. And that's kind of where like Paris stood out too, because like Paris was such like, it was just massive, the amount of people walking around, and it was really beautiful as well. And that's kind of like where the flack with Assassin's Creed comes with 3, just because the maps just were all boring. And I get it. It's like the time period. Obviously, colonial America wasn't, you know, it's not Italy. But it's like, again, you know, if you're creating a world, you want to like make it appealing and make it looks good. I feel like there's just ways around it. I don't know. You guys tell me. I know there's probably people that love this map and enjoy London. I don't know. I just feel like they could have done a little bit more. I feel like London later on, like later in the time, probably would be like more beautiful with like all the lights and like everything, like, and you know, just having it just like stand out so much more. But I don't know. London is such an interesting city to me. I truly love this city. Like it just. I'm a big person like on like architecture and like art and history and all that.
I imagine.
Like art history, I mean. And like seeing the like the decor of London and like how beautiful it is. And I know people who live there are probably like, no, it's not, but like I don't know. From what I've seen, it just looks so beautiful, and like even from like films and media, they make London look so like lively and bright and colorful. I don't know, it just seems like they could have just done that for the game. Alright, what do we gotta do? Follow him. Oh, the dude's walking like 2 miles an hour. Alright, we just probably have to kill these guys, obviously. I don't know. I know, like, and that's kind of where I was like scared about like Origins, because like obviously when you think of Egypt, you just think of like deserts. But like the Origins team did such a good job, and I feel like they do great jobs making worlds. And I feel like compared to Quebec, like the world design and the art direction they take is like, and maybe they just choose in better time periods, but I don't know, cause like you have Black Flag and Origins, the world, compared to like Odyssey and Syndicate. It's like Origins is just such more like a lively world, rather than, I don't know, I feel like Origins feels like, I don't know, I feel like Odyssey seems older than Origins when it comes to world design. Like, it just looks better in Origins. The world seems more lively, you want to explore places. Like, in Odyssey, I would just, like, go around and not really bother exploring, just because everything felt the same to me. And I was, like, a huge Greek, like Greek history fan. Like, I love Greek mythology. Like, I love learning about that. I used to love, like, Greece and, like, the history behind it. It's so great. But I don't know, I feel like Odyssey they just made it so stale. Like all the cities and all the towns, they just felt so similar. There wasn't this sense of like uniqueness. And I know like people probably will go against me and say like, oh, it's beautiful, but like compared to Origins and what they did with ancient Egypt, it's like they went above and beyond. Like everything was so colorful, and so even the deserts were interesting to explore, which is crazy because like the deserts is just nothing, but they just, I don't know, just the atmosphere of Origins was so much more well done. And I feel like that's just Quebec. I feel like, I mean, not Quebec, Jesus. I feel like that's just Montreal. Like Ashraf and his team, like they just have really good art direction. And I'm really excited to how they're gonna take on England and all that, like especially like during like 900 AD. Just because like at that time it's not an interesting place. It's very like just town, like little villages, and like nothing really, like not these big cities and all that. Like London was even like a big city at the time. It was just a collection of huts, basically, like a large village. But I don't know, I have faith. I know like they're gonna make it like each place interesting and like make it look beautiful and all that. Like especially from we seen from like the gameplay trailers on it, it looks beautiful. And I feel like that's just like that just shows like how much you can accomplish with the right art direction when it comes to like making a game. Like when you have the right direction and you know, you can really make any world look beautiful. But when you don't really like, I don't know, it's like you could tell when a group of people care and when a group of people don't. That's why like Origins, Black Flag are like regarded so highly, rather than like Odyssey and like Syndicate, which you know I know Odyssey gets way more flack than Syndicate, but like at the same time like Syndicate is still, people still like, you know, they think about London and they think about everything, and they don't really say like how, they don't talk about like how beautiful it is. When they talk about Syndicate, they usually talk about like the Fry twins and either how much they love them or hate them, but they don't really talk about the world. And the same thing with like Odyssey, everyone's so hype on like Cassandra, and I get it, like, you know, everyone likes their own things, but like I don't know, when you talk about people about like Black Flag and like Origins, they like about the world in general, just so memorable. Like the Caribbean and like exploring how beautiful it was, and like even now, like the game still looks great. Like I was playing Black Flag like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, yo, I can't believe this game came out like what, 2013, and it looks so good. And I know obviously like the new gen port, obviously they make it look better, but like it still was just beautiful. Like the waters and like the mountains and the jungles and all that, it looks so good. I don't know, it still holds up. I say it still holds up, and it's one of like my favorite Assassin's Creed games. There he goes, blowing up more stuff in the process. That's kind of what he does. He just blows things up.
Well done, dear boy. Well
Any
done.
mission with Jacob, just
Charles Darwin,
like a just explosion
delighted to make
mission.
your acquaintance.
Jacob Fry.
Charles Darwin.
Pleasure's all mine.
While you were busy wreaking havoc, I found this. It indicates that a sample of every batch has been sent to Lambeth Asylum.
I wonder if it's visiting hours.
Don't be so hasty, Mr. Fry. Many
You know,
people
there were
work
people
at Lambeth
working
who
in this
wouldn't want to
factory,
attract
and he just
unwanted
blew it up.
attention.
Like he didn't even evacuate it.
What was the fun
He just
of that?
blew it up.
Not
And I know by
every
turning on the
problem
gas and all that,
resolved
people were
by
leaving, but like
blowing
still.
things sky high. Sometimes a little discretion is in order.
Thank you.
It's getting late. I will meet you at the asylum to continue our investigation.
Why you walk like that? Kill everyone in the building with a gun. Jesus, see what I mean? So the gas it was like, he just killed a bunch of innocent people as well. Like this is what I mean when it comes to like Quebec games. They make the assassin, well, in this game, they make the assassins look like terrorists. Whereas like in other games you actually root for them. But in this game it's like, what the heck? You just feel bad. Like, I'm just like, yo, I'm so sorry we're like killing so many people. Alright, cable news. Alright, might as well, right? That's like the next mission here. Alright, let's fast travel because I'm not gonna walk all the way down there. Alright, I'm just gonna like, for you guys' sake, I cut out the loading screens because you're not gonna sit through that. Like, I'm not gonna let you sit through that. So I'm making sure like I don't talk through the loading screens, just so I could cut those out and, you know, make this less miserable on you guys. Alright, just because he's one of my boys, my turtle boys. Honestly, since they're wearing all green, I'm just like, they're the turtle gang. We are the turtle gang. Forget the rooks. I don't care about the rooks. We are now the turtle gang, and that is what I'm calling us. Everyone needs to wear green turtlenecks and shave their head bald. That's the idea. So let's go with this. Let's go, turtle gang. We're gonna take over London, one bald head at a time, and a horrible turtleneck.
I have told you before, sir, I had nothing to do with that anonymous article. Nothing, I say.
That is a lie, sir. And you know it.
Bah, I don't have time for this nonsense.
Nonsense! It is my name and reputation you have willfully besmirched, sir. My very name.
Bah! Drive, damn you, drive!
That is Richard Owen.
My man broke out the
Vile,
whole
despicable wretch
handle.
of a man.
Really? I could
He's
have sworn you were
strong,
close
bro.
friends.
Mr.
He
Owen
is. He
works
is
for the
peak
asylum.
evolution.
He will know who made the syrup. Get him. Get him.
All right, let's do another car chase. You know, I prefer this than like the boat tailing missions in Black Flag. Like, if I can say one bad thing about Black Flag is those boat tailing missions are ridiculous. Like, I don't understand why or whose idea was to make tailing missions with a massive boat. Those suck. All right, gotta hijack. There we go. Get out. Get them inside here, bro. Damage the cart. Also, in other words, let's wreck the whole city because we can.
I've always wondered how much of a beating this type of vehicle could take.
Because let's just wreck London because that's what assassins do. You know, the whole like work in the dark to serve the light thing and, you know, be in the shadows. Nah, let's just destroy the whole city and make sure everyone knows it's us. You know, it's like, they just don't, Quebec just don't get Assassin's Creed. But, you guys have 4 other videos of that, of me just ranting about Quebec and how much I dislike their direction of Assassin's Creed. And there's like countless of other YouTubers who probably will agree with me and say the same thing. So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just really excited for Valhalla. I just want to see more. I think we're gonna see more in July during their Ubisoft gameplay, whatever, like their version of E3 that they're doing. Because, and I suck. I like all the way in July. Like, kind of sucks because it's like. Want to see, you know, hopefully I thought it was gonna be at least in June, but we're gonna have to wait like 2 months. But it's whatever. We're almost in June, anyways. This month is ending. It's ridiculous. Already in June.
Steady on.
That's crazy. My birthday's in June. I'll be 21. I'm finally legal to do absolutely nothing because I don't go out and I don't drink. So turning 21 doesn't mean anything. Like, I remember like graduating high school or whatever. I didn't even go to prom. I was like, nah, I couldn't be bothered. I just didn't find the importance in it. Like, I've always been one of those people that just like people in high school, like my friends, whatever, they used to be like, oh, this is like the greatest part, like thing in our lives, and it's like, I'm like, are you serious? There's so many more important things in life than just prom, than just a dance. And I know, like, when you're young or whatever, everything to you is like the greatest thing in the world, but I don't know, I was never like that. I just saw it as just a dance. Like, I didn't care. It was just like, why, like, just one day doing so much for just like spending so much money and going out of your way just for like 4 hours. I was like, why would I do that? Why would I waste, like, you know, money on the ticket, getting a suit, getting like everything done? Like, people spend so much money on prom. And I know for some people it's like a big thing, and that's cool. Like, I respect it. You go to prom and you enjoy all that, but like, personally for me, I was just like, I never found the intrigue in it. I was like, it just seems like a lot of money wasted in, you know, for just one day and that most people afterwards will complain about it. Because like, after prom or whatever, all my friends like complained about it. They're like, yo, the food was trash, everything was trash, you know, like it was just boring. And I was like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they made such a big deal about it. That's just me. That's just my personality. I just felt like there were more important things to do in life than like, and I was like focused more on like, okay, I'm going like trying to get into college and all that rather than like go to a party and have fun. That's just always been more my mentality. I guess it's just how I was raised. Everyone's different.
Steady on.
I'm very like priority heavy, where I'm like I just focus on the priorities. Like if I have to limit like having fun or whatever to get stuff done, or like if I have to like, you know, cut off free time to get work done, or to like, you know, do what I have to do, I do it. Because it's like priorities, man. It's like that's it's just maturity, I guess. Like especially when you get older and you got like things to pay and all that.
Now, was that so
You know,
hard?
it's like so many people are like struggling right now, yet they like buy expensive stuff. They like waste their time, like they waste all their money buying expensive clothing and like going out and like quote unquote building memories, and then like
Who's a good
they're in
boss?
debt and can't pay their own bills. I just find it ridiculous. You know, I'm more of like, nah, let me get like my work done, let me get my money done, let me get my finances in check. Like making sure all my bills are paid before I go out and waste money and like do all that crazy stuff. And to like, if you're young and you're like watching this video and you're like still in school, like focus on, you know, getting your priorities straight. Like there's so many kids nowadays that like don't have the priorities straight, and it's ridiculous. Like they just live in the moment type thing, and they don't care about the consequences. Like they'll just go out and do dumb things and think about how that's gonna affect them in life later on. Especially now with like everything being online and social media, is like you gotta understand, it's like I don't know, like even with like you could see it now, like with like Hollywood people, like things that they did like 30 years ago before the internet is being popped up. So imagine like all the things you guys are posting now, and like all the things that you guys are doing online for clout or whatever, like that's gonna come back and haunt you. Like you may not think about it now, and you may think like, yo, this is like just fun and I'm just a kid, but like even if you delete it, it's still on the internet. Like nothing ever gets fully deleted. So just like random advice of the day, just be cautious of what you post. Like, you know, be mature. You know, I know we're young, like when you're young you don't think, but like try, you know, think about what like consequences in the future, and like getting a job and all. Like there's, I see what people post online and like all the crazy, I'm like, yo, if they try to get a normal job, they're gonna get like, they're never gonna get hired. Because like now, like people going out of their way to be edgy or going out of their way to be trolls or whatever, like on TikTok or Twitter or whatever, like anything that's associated with you, dude, people are gonna find it. And like when you try to get a job, they're gonna pull that out like 10 years from now, and you're gonna like hate yourself for it. So just, I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Jesus, I'm like out here giving it like life advice. Oh well, that's what we do here in this channel. We play games and we talk about life. All right. I'm like that one teacher in school that's like makes every lesson a life lesson. So yeah, just be cautious on what you do, and like especially like on, if you want to start like a YouTube channel or whatever, just be wary of what you post and like the content you're making, because you know, I know a lot of young kids think like they want to get famous and rich off of YouTube, and that's it. That's like their only goal in life. But this is like just, I don't suggest that. Like, not saying you can't become famous on YouTube and like, but always have a plan B, and always remember like if it doesn't work out, make sure that this doesn't like affect your life in any way. Look at me being all motivational. Who would have thought just playing video games will turn to life advice from someone who isn't that old, because I'm only 20. But like for real, to all my subscribers who are watching, I don't know how old you guys are. Hopefully you're not like under the age of like 16, because then YouTube will kill me for that. But not for real, like just be mature and stuff. People need to be more mature nowadays. I feel like that's the thing. We gotta stop living, like trying to live in the moment, and like that whole like YOLO thing that everyone used to do. And like sometimes that's good, but some like the way people go around it, and like the way people, you know, they kind of use that as an excuse to just be an idiot and be rude and disrespectful and just do things you're not supposed to do. Sorry. I thought like my mic was muted this whole time. That would have been hilarious. Alright, oh, actually, we could do this as Evie, so we're gonna switch to Evie real quick, because she's obviously the best.
I'm on it.
Oh, snap. I was looking for my dog in my room, and he's just like right next to me. Alright. Let's see what she's level 3. Alright, let's hype her up. Let's get her some stuff, cause shoot. This item needs to be crafted. You need to be level 4. You need to be level 4. Okay. Well, I'm not a level 4, so let's get some brass knuckles on her too. Might as well. Skills. What skills she got? She got 4. Nice. All right. Let's get that counter boost. Let's get a level 4. Look at us doing big things. We out here leveling up. That's what's up. All right, what else? I feel like, again, nothing here matters. Like, I think it's just like all right, let's do a health boost, because that's gonna, especially with like how bad I am in this game, that'll help a lot. All right, now we can actually like do some level. Yo, like my voice keeps on cracking. Jesus, my voice been so dry lately, like my throat. I don't even know why. That I think it's like allergy season, which is like you gotta be careful, because like now everyone's getting sick. Stay safe, everyone. Practice social distancing. I know like a lot of states are opening up, and like a lot of people are like, they think like now this is an excuse to do whatever you want. No, like seriously, like that's something that gets me upset. Like the virus is still there. Like we're like things are not over. Yeah, like we're loosening up like the whole like restrictions thing and like a lot of stuff, but you see on the news like now there's people like instantly going to the beach, and like you have like 500 people at the beach like all close together, and I'm like, I don't know, I feel like just people are just selfish in a way, because it's like you're not understanding that it's like, yeah, we're opening up little by little, because obviously we can't be closed forever, but at the same time
Jacob.
there is no cure at the moment. There's no vaccine that's made yet. That takes time. So like it's still you still can get sick. Just because they're opening up doesn't mean you're like suddenly immune to everything. So just be careful. Like wherever you're at, you know, follow your state guidelines. Still wear your mask. Still wear gloves, whether you go out or whatever. Just be careful, because you don't want to get you or your family sick, because you know you may not be sick, but like doesn't mean you can't get other people sick. So you just got to be really careful with that, and like, you know, care about your family and the people around you. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but I don't feel sick, and it's like, doesn't matter, you can still get someone else sick. We're just crazy times, man.
Just when I think you can't surpass yourself.
This video might be a little longer video, just because like I died so much, but whatever. I enjoy, you know, I like my first video was like an hour and plus, and it got like way more views, so maybe that's what people like. Maybe people like the longer videos, so why not? Because like nowadays people are like, I remember back in the day it was all about subscribers, but I feel like now it's just about like views and watch time. Like people don't even like, it's not even about the amount of subscribers you got. Like if you got 1K but get like a crazy amount of views and like watch time, that's like you're set. I don't know, YouTube has changed so much. I feel like I wish I started YouTube earlier, but I kept psyching myself out. Like I've always wanted to do YouTube, but I've always like just kept psyching myself out. I don't know. I kept telling myself like, oh, like there's so many people that are playing games. There's so many people are doing it. Like, what makes you different? And it's just, you know, I kept just talking down to myself, I guess. And for everyone who's like feeling the same way, like with anything really, like with school or, you know, jobs, or you doing YouTube, or if you want to start your own business or whatever, and you're like psyching yourself out, just do it. Don't even think about it. Like, I can't like say, oh, like you're gonna succeed, but obviously like it's better to try and to do it and just say like, yo, screw it, I'm gonna just do it regardless of what happens. You know, I don't care if right, I don't think I'm good enough or whatever, because you know, the worst critic is always gonna be yourself. You're always gonna psych yourself out. So just do it. Like if you want to do YouTube, then just do it. What separates, you know, successful channels, you know, and you're probably thinking to like, oh, how am I gonna get successful? Or how am I gonna help my channel grow? It's literally just what separates you from the successful channels is the fact that they're making videos and you're not. And I don't mean that in a mean way. It's just more like, you know, make videos. Just go out and do it. Make content. Obviously, like, don't. It's gonna take a long time. You know, take the long road. Don't expect like 1 million subscribers in one day. And if you do get it, then all power to you. Like, shoot, teach me how. But like, you know, just do it. Just go out there. Just take a camera, record, buy yourself a capture device or whatever. And if you don't have the money for that, then just like, you know, there's ways around it. Like record gameplay. If you want to film games, you know, there's ways around it. Record it. You know, record on your audio, record on your phone, record whatever, anything. Just make content. And you're gonna see like in time you're gonna grow. And yeah, so like I know there was like an awkward cut there. Sorry, I had to like answer the door. But to what I was saying, like to all the people who want to do YouTube and you're like psyching yourself out and you feel like, oh, I can't do it, or you know, what if I don't make view, what if I don't, like no one watches or whatever. Like don't overthink it. People will watch you. Like as long as you stay true to yourself and you're like you do it like because you love it. Like don't do it with the intention of like trying to make money. Like I know that's what like everyone's making YouTube sound like, and you can make money off of this, but like don't make that your reason. Cause like if you just make videos to make money, you're never gonna go anywhere. Cause you're obviously, it's not gonna happen overnight. And if that's like your intentions, then you're gonna just get upset with it. Cause then you're not like, it might take months and you're not getting, you know, the views you expect, or you might not get monetized yet. And so you'll just quit. So as long as you have that mindset of doing this because you genuinely want to do it, and you actually want to make content rather than just wanting to make money and, you know, get famous like everyone else, and, you know, join that crowd of people who get like insanely rich and famous. Like remember, they all started making crappy videos on their phone, and, you know, they all started from somewhere, and then, you know, they just kept doing it. And consistency really is the key when it comes to YouTube. It's just being consistent, making content, making videos. Even if like for the first like year, all you get is 5 views. Like it's gonna, like one day someone's gonna check you out and you're just gonna pop up and they're gonna view, they're gonna see your videos and they're just gonna keep on watching, and they're gonna tell their friends about it, and then you're gonna, you know, you're gonna see your channel grow. But you gotta start somewhere, you know, and don't psych yourself out. Just do it. Whatever content you want to make, you know, just do it. And I know like now the algorithm is just crazy, so like YouTube is just a strange landscape, but you know, there's so many opportunities out there to create content. So it's like just take advantage of it. You know, especially now, like with some, you know, quarantine and everything, being stuck home all day, it's like it's the perfect time to really just like dedicate to, you know, to whatever you want to do. Because like, I don't know, that's just my way of seeing things. If y'all agree with me, just let me know. You know, if there's people that, you know, content creators out there who also make videos and, you know, probably have twice as many subscribers. First of all, why are you watching me? Like, I'm just like a nobody with like, but if you are, and you know, yeah, like, hopefully, you know, let them know, like, because there's a lot of people that want to do YouTube, but they don't know like where to start. And honestly, like, the best way to just start is to just literally start, create something, make a video, you know, do like a highlight reel, whatever game you want to make, or just upload clips and talk over it. You You know, you don't even gotta record live audio. You can just like record the video first, and then afterwards record the audio, and just go for it. You know, and there's so many like editing softwares for free. Like even iMovie, you can do it. You know, I'm using to edit my videos. I use Filmora Pro, and it's like $60. It was like $60, and like for like $60 you can record your screen, you can edit videos decently. Like I wasn't even like overly stressed. I use Filmora Pro, and it's like, or like Filmora 9 or something like that. It's just I found it on Google. It was just like there's a free version of it, and you could do a lot with that. But like, you know, for $60 I got like the pro version, and it's pretty decent. So like, you know, it's not even like super expensive. Like you don't gotta waste hundreds of dollars on like, you know, After Effects or like, you know, Final Cut. You know, there's just a lot. You know, there's just a lot of ways you can edit and create videos. You can use, if you have an iPhone, you can use iMovie even. And I know iMovie's not like the greatest, but yo, it's a start. And I feel like, you know, I talk to people that are like, oh, but I don't have like a professional camera. I don't have a professional like microphone and all. Like, you don't need that. Especially when you're starting off, like, you don't need that right now. Like, you build up for it. You know, you build up to it. That takes time. You know, like, don't worry about trying to get like the best camera or like the best lighting, or like, just focus on making videos and being consistent with it. And once you get a hang of it, in time, you know, you start improving your setup. You get a better microphone, you know.
I'm sure Mr. Bell will find this most interesting.
When I started, you know, I think my first video, I used iMovie and my iPhone's headphones. And I would legit like record, screen capture like on my iPhone, like record like clips or like videos and like upload it to my computer. And that's how I made videos. And from there, you know, like I saved up a little bit, got myself like a better microphone, you know, working every day, you know. Then I kept saving and saving and saving, and then I got myself an Elgato. And, you know, from there, now I'm doing this. Now I'm recording gameplay. So, like, I started off doing it from my phone. And, like, uploading it, like, on my computer and all that. And, you know, just do it, you know. It doesn't matter. There's gonna be people that will enjoy your content. Like, and, you know, don't look for, like, instant million subscribers, or don't look to be like the next PewDiePie. Just be you, and whatever comes with it, you know, be proud of it. Be proud of like the things you make and how you've grown. And as long as you're, you know, you're real, people will watch you, and in time you'll grow. You know, that's what I hope for this channel. Is like, I'm not focused on like growing huge. That's why I'm grateful for like, even if I get 1 subscriber or 2. You know, and in time, if I can like, if this, you know, if this channel blows up, that'll be awesome. Well, you know, it's crazy. Never know, but I'm just doing it for now and see where it goes. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just focused on making content.
Oh, careful there, Mr. Bell.
Every worthwhile endeavor is fraught with dangers, my dear friends. None more so than yours. But you have triumphed once again.
How do you know?
We have entered the age of communication, remember. We've already received word from Greenwich that the shipment has arrived safely, thanks to you.
Have you discovered what else is in that shipment?
Indeed. I'm afraid that Starrick's poison has found its way onto the open market.
If he believes that will stop us, he is mistaken.
All right, guys, I'm probably gonna end it here. Let's see. I'll probably end it here and do this mission in the next video. So, you know, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. I know like this video, nothing was really done, but hopefully, you know, you enjoyed the conversation. You know, I'm just talking, you know, the topics or whatever. And if you did, please leave a like, subscribe, share. You know, I'll greatly appreciate it. Any support, you know, I appreciate it, to help this channel grow, and, you know, so we could keep making content and, you know, keep entertaining you guys. And you guys tell me what you guys want, how you guys want to do it, you know, because I'm doing it for you guys. You know, I want to make content for you guys. So, you know, let me know if you want me to play what game you want me to play next. You know, I want to do Red Dead Redemption. If you guys want to see Red Dead Redemption, let me know. If you want another game, let me know and I'll see. I'll do any. I'll play whatever. Honestly, I have time. I have nothing else to do. So, like, subscribe, check out my other videos. Check out the playlist for this series. I have 4 more videos. Basically the same thing. So if you enjoyed this video, you're gonna enjoy the other ones. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.